is Wolf. Hopefully you guys can see and hear me. Hang on. I have been having trouble getting the capture card to capture. But I think it has fixed itself finally. Let me kind of move that around. See if that shows up on stream correctly. Hopefully so. Yes. Okay. I think everything is working. Thank goodness. Alright. So, it is Defiance Re-launch Day. Welcome to the stream I said that I was going to do for this. Apologies if the video quality is not very good. I was having some issues, even though I literally just tested this the other day with the streaming setup the other day with Black Ops 2. For some reason, OBS and my Elgato were wanting to just not recognize the, hang on, I'm still kind of getting stuff set up. Give me a second. My Elgato and, well, mostly it seemed like it was OBS, just did not want to recognize the fact that I was trying to, it wasn't recognizing the video output at all, and I don't know why. So that was kind of an issue. So that was an issue, and that was annoying. And then I had to like mess around with a bunch of video settings, and am I dropping frames? Huh. No, okay, I think we're good. I think that was just a little bloop. Hopefully. God, I've not had any issues with dropping frames before, so like hopefully that's not another issue. Anyway, so I was having issues with getting the video to capture, and I had to screw with a bunch of settings, and then eventually like the video just popped up. So the video quality might be a little worse than normal, because normally I stream in 4K and it's kind of like downscaled to 1080p, but I had to like switch it to 1080p, and then finally it popped up in the little window, and I was like, yes, okay, I can drag this to fit the screen, and we will be all good. So Defiance, it launched 37 minutes ago. Originally, when I was going to do this stream, I was going to like go and complete the tutorial, and you've got to be kidding me. Well, hopefully the game will pick itself back up. I was going to go ahead and do the tutorial, and then I was going to make my character to do the tutorial and then go ahead and start streaming. But what ended up happening was it was like it had already been like 20 minutes, so I was like, you know what, I can go ahead and stream the tutorial. Why not? Like, because I wasn't sure. I didn't want to show the character creation and stuff because it's kind of boring, and I wasn't sure how long it was going to take me to actually like make a character and stuff. So I decided to make my character and everything. It went through the first cutscene and stuff. Alright, connection to Defiance servers has been timed out. End that task. So, hang on. I gotta pop up the little BRB screen while I log back in again. So it was like, what was I going on about? Yeah, so anyway, I got through the character creation in the first cutscene, and I was like, okay, you know, that's good enough. I'll start streaming now. So I went ahead and I got all the streaming setup stuff set up, and then it wasn't recognizing the video, and then I finally got it to recognize the video. And so now here we are, and now hopefully things will work. I don't know if the servers are actually down or if I just timed out because I hadn't moved my character. I was kind of moving my character around like a couple steps here and there just to like sort of stay connected, try not to get kicked from the server. There is a chance that they might have to restart the server a couple times because the game did literally just come out, so there's a good chance that a lot of people are trying to play, but the game is up and running. I haven't really played that much of it, but I was able to get you know, past like all these screens and stuff. Yep, I am aware. But of course, now the second that I finally get to streaming, the game is having connection errors. Anyway, though, yeah, it was right at 5 a.m. the game popped up. The launcher. So it took a couple minutes for like the Fox launcher to show the game as like available. But actually, if you went into the files, if you went into the files and you went to the launcher, you were able to log in. I had to start the game twice. I did that the one time I went into the files and then went to the launch. Hey, there we go. I went to the files and went directly to the launcher from there, and then I was able to log in, but then the game didn't load, so then I exited out of the game, went into the Fox launcher. By then the Fox launcher was showing the game, and I was able to log in and actually play. So we're gonna actually start playing now before the game decides to kick me out. Hey, another player. I don't know if you guys can hear anything, and I don't know if I can't really hear anything right now. Von Industries had personal defense technology. So apologies in advance, depending on like what audio you guys may or may not be hearing. But I can't really hear anything right now, but I just kind of want to get playing the game a little bit. So I've got a couple ideas for this stream once we get through the tutorial. I'm going to try a couple of different things. I've got a couple of different goals that are aside from just like the campaign and Arc Falls and stuff like that. So yeah. By the way, the first cutscene. So Mr. Von, you are an Arc Hunter working for Von Industries. It's the same story as it was, 12 years ago. You're on a strata carrier with him and a bunch of other Arc Hunters because he's looking for technology to pretty much save the world, to work with this other technology stuff that he already has. Is that a hellbug? And so, yeah, that's the basic premise of where the game starts. It crashes, and you gotta try to find some stuff and find Von Bach. And if I remember right, that's the first part of the story in general, is reuniting with Von Bach in order to, help him find all this loot from Arc Falls to save the world or whatever it is that he wants to do. But yeah, I don't know how much of the story I'm gonna like focus on in this stream, and I really don't even know how much of the game that I'm gonna play in this stream, because it is like not even light outside yet for me. It is literally, I woke up at 4:30. I didn't get that much sleep. I had to work late yesterday, so I got home, got a very tiny amount of sleep, and woke up, and now I'm here. So that is the status that we are at right now. But I'm looking forward to this. I've been looking forward to this relaunch like ever since they announced it like a month ago. Yeah, it is. I really liked the original Defiance. I talked about it a little bit like last week when I did that little test stream to kind of just make sure the stream setup would work, which it did then, and then of course today it decided to argue with me. But yeah, I played this game when it first came out. I played it on and off the entire time that the original launch happened. So I'm really, really glad to see it come back, because it was kind of weird. There really didn't seem to be a lot of effort for private servers and stuff, and the game also seemed to be set up in such a way that, like, I don't know if it would have been hard to make private servers or whatever, but every time I saw something relating to Defiance, it was like people were like rebuilding it rather than just like relaunching it or whatever. I think I even have all the old Defiance like files still on my old computer from the original release and stuff. So it is so cool to finally be playing this game again. I know it wasn't like that long that it shut down, but yeah, I was a big fan of this game originally. It's very fun. It's like, it's kind of the only game that I've ever played that's like an actual MMO third-person shooter. Like, a lot of games don't really do both things adequately, but Defiance actually does do both pretty well. I mean, I'll be honest, it's not like the most complex third-person shooter, but it's like a good, solid third-person shooter. Complete training while ego initiates, accept. I would kind of like to try to figure out a way to, try cloak. Yeah, this is where you get to pick your ego power.
You must activate the blur power and strike these projections with melee attack.
Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah, I can't hear the game right now, so that's why it's kind of tough for me to follow these instructions. So in a second here, I might try to see if I can figure out a way to hook this up with some headphones or something. When I did this the other day with Black Ops 2, I was getting sound, but I think that might have been actually because I had the wrong sound output, because I realized after the fact that the little test stream that I did there didn't really seem to have any audio. So but the Elgato OBS is showing that there's audio right now that seems to be matching up, so, but I'm just not sure why I'm not actually hearing it anywhere else. But I think that probably makes sense. Well, I can change a setting in the melee attacks. Ah. From what I understand, when they did the stress test of Defiance a little while back, the game was a little bit iffy at first, but then like in the last hour or so ended up like kind of fixing itself. So I hope that that's the case, like that it stays like in good condition throughout this, although we already did get kind of kicked offline the one time. I want to try to see if I can pass the audio through real quick. Hang on. I'm actually Googling this really fast.
Must be activated. Speak behind the projections and attack.
Audio output mode. Oh, there we go. Monitoring device. Headphones. And then think. Sorry about this, guys. This is kind of a weird setup here. Where was it? Although, I mean, there is a good chance that it just might not be. Man, I am dropping frames again. I don't know why that's... I mean, I guess it would make sense, probably, that, I want to do overcharge. Yes. Cool. I guess it kind of would make sense since I'm doing like multiplayer stuff and using a lot of internet, that there would be some dropped frames. Hopefully it's not like too bad though.
I need help out here. Dudes are getting organized for an attack.
No, we better help her.
Hang on, work with me here, Mac Studio. You're $3,000. I hope you. Oh man. Capture device utility. No, that's not it. Okay, well, I guess I'm not really that worried about it, but alright, let me exit out of this menu. And then we gotta go help Cass. Oh, and Defiance went down again. Alright, well, I guess that'll give me a second then. Oh, goodness. Quit out of that. Keep this here. And oh, I think it's already reconnected out. Maybe not. Try again. Don't want to mess with that. I do want to mess with this. Okay, the stream went down for a second there, and now now my 4KX is acting up again, unfortunately. Actually, OBS in general is kind of acting up. So, I'm gonna go ahead and restart my Mac Studio, and I'll be back soon. They said they are restarting servers. Yeah, I'm gonna have to restart my computer also, because I'm having issues with getting things to like work properly. So I'm gonna take the opportunity here to restart my computer and hope that I can get this to be working better with like the audio issues and stuff. But the game is up, so give me like a couple minutes to restart my computer and try to get this all fixed on my end.